little tired. A little tired. It's Monday for you, Saima? Ugh. I'm sorry. That sounds awful. You can pretend that you're on European time. That way you still have Sunday for a little while longer. Kind of productive, still angry it's Sunday. I know that feel. Sounds very familiar. Portia effect happened. That is true. Yes, my time with Portia will do that to most people. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that again. Hi, Pelly, Gary, good to see you. How are you guys doing? How was your day? So for those that are unfamiliar with the letter, it's a visual novel horror game. I have seen the first chapter, parts of the first chapter, a long time ago. I don't remember everything. I will probably forget most things. Hi, Hope, good to see you. Yeah, Mondays do sound awful. It's a visual novel. It's voice acted, unlike the last visual novel I played. Also, there's a difficulty setting, and there's quick time events. I don't know what kind of quick time events, and I don't know what kind of difficulty thing we will encounter. So I'm a little concerned. Little concerned. I don't know when your resub date is, mister. When is your resub date? Hi, King of Nothingness. Worked out so hard at the gym, I was almost ready to vomit. Oh no! I mean, well done for getting a good workout. That's good on you. I hate those heavy workouts, but well done. It must feel good now that you're done, now that you're no longer feeling like you need to vomit. Quick time events are always fun. Yeah. On Valentine's Day? Nice. It's a sign. Oh, you're in the middle of playing it, Saima? Cool. I have barely heard of anyone else who are familiar with this game. I watched parts of it when Jesse Cox and Dodger were playing it together. But that's a long time ago, and I haven't watched past it. I know they streamed the whole game, and I know they're all the episodes are on YouTube, but I haven't watched them yet. So lazy day for you, Pellier? That sounds nice. I love lazy Sundays. I am doing pretty good. I'm a little tired. A little tired, and I have to get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow for a double lecture in consumer behavior. I'm not very excited for that, but not much I can do about it. Went to the gym and weighed myself. That's amazing, G. Well done. Good job. That's a lot of really, really tough effort. Well done on that. Simon plays a lot of weird shit. I approve. I play a lot of weird shit as well. I'm in favor. Watch the YouTuber. Manly badass hero. Nice. Yeah, I didn't watch past the first chapter because I wanted to play it myself, so I wanted to get the experience myself. Also, if you haven't noticed already, the lady in the title screen is kind of a little creepy. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Hi, Irons. Good to see you. Let's just get into it. I know that parts of it is voice acted, so I don't have to sit there and talk constantly. Ah! That was so loud! Holy shit!
Hello, Dan.
That was so loud.
After my gifted sub, I'm still here.
Aww. King of Nothingness, thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate that. Hang on, I'm gonna turn the sound down a little bit, because that was super loud. We can keep the voice acting high, that's fine. But that scream, Jesus Christ. Thank you so much, King of Nothingness. That means a lot to me. I appreciate that you're still here, and thank you so much for the resub. Hi, Avion! More creeped out by being in a church than the lady? Yeah, I can understand that. 20% of the customers cause 80% of customer service complaints. Yeah, I have some experience in that regard. You're kind of creeped out? Well, it's supposed to be a horror game, so maybe it's a good thing that you're creeped out. Hi, Metal Octopus. Good evening. Alright, the Ermengarde Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Mikey! Mikey, thank you so much for that raid! Aw, thank you. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Good to see you guys.
Hello, Twiggie. I bring raiders just for you.
Thank you for the bits, Mulrig. Hi, US Alien. Hi, Lurker. Hi, Mikey.
Yes, the credit is mine.
Hi,
All
Squitoon.
mine alone.
Sure, Mulrig, you get credit. Thank you so much. Thank you for the bits. Hi, Mikey. Thank you for the raid. How are you guys doing? How is your stream? Hi, Jacob. I should probably have like a raid thing. I don't have a raid thing. You got the alert and you got a shout out. I don't have like a fancy raid screen or anything like that. I apologize. I'm not as cool as some other people. I hope you can forgive me. It is very good to see you guys. I'm doing good, Jacob and Squidtude. How are you guys? It is good to see you. Hi, Akalia. Good evening. Or good morning. Oh my god!
Fire! Sail! Oh, the burning! Burn, evacuate all the school children!
Aww.
Oh, mate! This isn't a fever scene, Greg! Can't even see where the dove is!
Piers, thank you
There
so
are
much
dozens
for
of us.
gifting 5 subs. What a perfect welcome to all the raiders. I appreciate that a lot. That is really, really generous. Thank you. And Jacob, thank you for following. Very, very much appreciated. Ugh, that was fun. We needed some fire sale. I'm always in favor of some fire sales. Good times. But really, thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. Oh, what a start. I know, right? It's so much hype and I love it. You guys are amazing. I really, really, really appreciate it. I know I said it like 50 times now, but I do. And how is your stream, Mikey? You usually don't stream on weekends, do you? With your new schedule. I'm glad you're feeling motivated, Sayumet. That's the best feeling. Feeling motivated because of someone else's success. It's the best thing you can do. It's really, it's the best way to handle other people doing well, because I see that a lot, especially with streaming. People take other people's success as to mean that they're not doing as good, and that's just a really bad mindset. You always gotta look at other people's success and think, they can do it, that means I can do it too. You know? So that's pretty damn awesome. Stream was fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that. What a great feeling. What a rare day off, I figured why not? Seems that that was a good choice. We're playing a visual novel horror game, and we're just in the beginning of it. This is a mansion. We're just getting like a short description of the mansion. And I know what we're gonna do with the mansion because I've seen parts of the first episode, but I'm gonna pretend like I don't because that would make it more interesting for you guys. Right, you Alien? I feel like that's such a motivational thing for me. And it's something that I've used myself all my life. Like, I don't consider myself that much worse than other people, so if other people can do it, I can do it too, right? Need to get past motivation and get off my lazy ass. Relatable. Very, very relatable. Yep. Yep. Stress is always a good exercise for me. Well, healthy, maybe not, but whatever works, I guess. Alright, so, description of the mansion. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. ... The mansion has stood since 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. I'm not fond of thunder. In case you are not aware, thunder is scary. And that's when it began.
Pretending, Twiggy. But what if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one of your plays? You're the pretender. What if I say I will never surrender?
Thank you for the bits, Mulrig. Don't recommend it. It does work. Yeah, I am familiar. It's not something I would recommend either, but love the sounds of a good thunderstorm. Really? I hate it. I feel so uneasy with thunder. I don't like the sound of rain either, and I know a lot of people really enjoy the sound of rain and find that comforting. I don't. I am not comforted by it at all. Enjoy Divinity, Morik. Great game. Have fun. Thunder is the least of your worries? Great. Great. Alright, surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights and hearsay of a mysterious woman roaming the hallowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, these stories remain, much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legends, and its curse still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that the stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside wait to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. ... Had those creepy, really realistic dreams last night, and there is some monster-like creepy thing. Oh shit! That sounds terrifying, Hope. That sounds really, really terrifying. Oof. Live in a tornado-prone area. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. I did get Resident Evil 2. I'm not gonna play it for maybe another week or two. I haven't quite decided when I'll start it, but I'll definitely be playing it. 100%. Thunder is creepy, but in a cool way. That's one of the things that my parents like to do as well, and especially when we're at the cabin, because at the cabin we have this really, really great view of like the ocean and mountains and stuff, and they always like being inside the cabin while there's a thunderstorm, and I never felt safe. You know, I never felt safe about hearing the wind. I always had this feeling that the walls were gonna come down and stuff, so I just always felt uneasy. Yeah, I talk about the cabin a lot. It's a great cabin. Good luck. Isabella. Alright, we're at a high school.
Hello? Isabella? Are you there? Where are you?
Hi Simon, hi Joey. How are you guys? A familiar, jittery voice comes from the other end.
Hey Rose! I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
I'm so glad I don't have to voice every character. Oh, I seem to clear the roads and people mostly stay indoors. That is true. That's true, G. You've been babysitting this weekend. Oof. I hope it was alright. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. We're playing some Assassin's Creed? Nice. As good as possible considering I have to get up at 7 AM tomorrow. Yeah, know the feel. I have to get up at 6 for a double lecture. I'm not excited. Not excited.
What do you mean, what's the matter?
No.
It's a mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late.
You're at the mansion, but I'm at school. We prioritize school in this stream. Also, can we please take a moment to study the career day poster right here? What is that? Moments when we wake up at 3 a.m. and you picture random things as monsters? Yes. That is really terrifying. Thank you, Simon! Yeah, Scritude, the lectures doesn't start until 8, but I have to get up and I have to walk my dog, and especially when he's gonna be home for like... He's gonna be home practically all day because it's a double lecture. So I give him a good long walk so that he's tired before I leave him. Which means I have to get up early. What a creepy-ass career day poster.
Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you?
Well, if it's a mansion, then yes, because the mansion is terrifying. Promoting a career and being a creepy skeleton ghost demon thing? Yeah. That's apparently the kind of school this is. Think I'll have to leave? Oh, mister. Do your homework. Thank you, Skibbles. I try. Usually not the classes, the other stuff around it. Yes. Yep. Can we sleep with one of these girls? I don't know. I have no idea what kind of game this is. I hope we can sleep. What? I mean...
You chickened out!
I would never chicken
Calm
out.
down. You know I take my promises seriously.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this. It really takes my breath away.
Yeah, Joey, I would probably... If I had a big garden, I would probably still walk him in the morning. Just because it's, like... Just more things for him to smell and stuff. Hi, Foresight. Hi, Kusadi. Good to see you guys. Owning a big mansion and being there alone would be hella creepy. Yes. It would. It definitely would be.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all.
Are you sure? Is that gonna be the big plot point of this game, that ghosts are real after all?
And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything.
Are you sure?
They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
She looks terrified. 3 Tino dogs in the morning. One will smell pee, next one will pee where he peed. Right. Right. Yeah, that'll keep them busy for a while. Yep. Who are we in this game? I think we're playing as Isabella? I don't know. We're either playing as Isabella or we are just eavesdropping on this conversation.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
I don't know.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
Excuse me? Was that a thing? Did they sell a property that had a dead body stuffed in a sofa? Also, these kids are in high school? Why are they selling properties to begin with? That's what I want to know.
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
How did these guys get jobs at real estate agents? They're in high school. They're having career day and sports day at school. I am confused.
That was one time, Isabella. Loosen up. Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
She hangs up before I can respond. Rose, still charming as ever.
Who was that?
Rebecca. I look up from my phone and see Rebecca giving me a questioning look.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
Rose? The one you said who trained you for your job back when you started? You're working together again?
Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Oh, wait, mansion? That big spooky one you've been telling everyone about?
Her accent is weird. I don't know why only a couple of them are British. It's strange.
Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
Yeah, we all need a side job when we're in school. I can't really say anything. This is my job, so I can't really judge. As soon as those words leave my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle. Is that jiggle physics? Is it really an anime game without jiggle physics? Let's be real.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out about the place being creepy ever since you got assigned to it. Cursed rumors and all.
I didn't notice the jiggle physics until you said it, Skibbles, and there is really bad. Welcome back, Simon. This game doesn't feel so scary yet. It doesn't. We'll see. Is this, you know, we don't know yet, King of Nothingness. I kind of hope that I don't know. Unless you're afraid of anime characters, you could be afraid of anime characters. It is a horror game. It will escalate. Like I said, I've seen parts of the first chapter, so I know sort of what direction it's going in, and it has a build-up, but
I honestly thought you'd back out.
It'll escalate.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus. They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier.
I don't like Isabella. I'm sorry, I just don't.
They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
A sympathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me.
I am confused. Are we students? Are we teachers? Is one of us a student and the other a teacher? I don't know. What is our relationship? Who is Becca to us? Relationship. Isabella. We can only see how close we are with people, but... Branching tree? Oh no! No spoilers! No spoilers! Journal. We don't... Profiles? Isabella. She's 26 years old. Okay. Occupation, estate agent. Why is she at school?
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
Nerdstrom, thank you so much for following. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Like the idea that a horror game doesn't instantly just jump to the action, because so many horror games do that. Yeah, I definitely agree. It's that build-up makes it much more powerful. Don't even know who we are right now, let alone all these questions. We're friends, Becca is a teacher. Okay, why are we at the high school? Because it said that the location was a high school. Rebecca, undiscovered journal entry. Oh. Neighbor! Ah, Rebecca is our neighbor. Guinness, thank you so much for that host. I really, really appreciate that. I hope you are doing well. He's very kind. Is Joey still here? She likes cinnamon rolls, so you can't be all bad? That is true. That's true. That's a sign of quality right now. Right there. You eat cinnamon rolls now? Oh, cinnamon rolls are good. Cinnamon rolls are really good. Can you shout out Guinness, Joey? Thank you. You're a tutor for a career day? They're in school because Becca is a teacher? Yeah, but... That's... I just want to understand. It's weird to meet up at a high school. When you have a job that is not a high school. I'm sorry. I'll stop asking questions.
Or Ashton.
High school is a very weird meeting place. It is! We're 26 years old. We don't meet up at a high school. Ah. I got you, Joey. Hi, Sammy. We're just confused about the characters and what our relationships are and why we are just meeting our neighbor at a high school instead of meeting at home, since we're apparently neighbors. I'll stop complaining. I'll try to get through the game.
We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
Why are her eyes pink? Sorry, anyway. Stupid question, my bad. I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect when she has that expression.
Becca!
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
Have we? That's not healthy. If you work at a high school, you shouldn't be telling your friends to come hang out as your job. Exactly! It's weird. People that host from now on could have an easier name. Yes. Make things easier for Joey, please. She crosses her arms and grimaces at the thought. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. What did I do wrong? Don't look at me like that. Hi, Olivia. Good to see you. She is totally judging us. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers. Do you know what the date is? It's said at the beginning, but I don't know. We only have the journal, and that doesn't really tell us anything. We don't know.
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you.
I'm a grown woman, Becca!
You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
I can take care of myself! You're not my mom! Uh-oh. I press my lips together and roll my eyes at her. I'm not entirely sure how I should feel whenever she goes on her mother hen mode. She means well. I'm glad someone's looking out for me, especially with my family living on the other side of the globe. But Becca's bossy attitude can be such a pain at times. She's more overbearing than Mama, and that already says a lot.
You're not my mom!
I'm a little worried about her reaction to this. Colorful hair and eyes so they can skip face details? Yeah, that looks about right. I'm nearly 31, so I can't take care of myself. Aww, pew-pew. It's gonna be like Doki Doki. It is a horror game, so I don't know how it's gonna go, but yes, kind of. I don't think it's as trippy. My friend does this every time we eat ramen noodles. He gives us a lecture about how bad they are. They're perfectly fine to eat once in a while. Not to have your entire diet based around them, but... Is Becca gonna be the scary thing in this game? Wouldn't surprise me. Whenever we do anything at all, she's just gonna be there making that face and just pop up in a corner or something.
I didn't say I am.
You're acting like
Nope,
it.
but you're acting like one. You don't need to boss me around all the time.
She gives me a completely unimpressed look. Immediately, I brace myself for another round of reprimands from her.
I'm not bossing you around. I'm just telling you to at least mind what you're eating.
Ah! Doki Doki gave me PTSD. I thought it was a normal date. Oh no, Saima! I'm sorry. Oof. The flock of birds outside that trolls by every 10 seconds. Yeah, right on cue. Luke's fine with frozen pizza. Ugh. Don't get me wrong, I love frozen pizza, but it's the same deal. You can't base your entire diet on it. I mean, you can. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but you shouldn't.
Remember what happened last year? You ended up bedridden for 2 weeks after eating something bad, and I ended up having to listen to you cry about how those absences would take a huge chunk out of your paycheck. Do you want that to happen again?
No, Mom.
Only a loud, frustrated sigh comes from her while she pinches the bridge of her nose, likely to help ease a headache starting to form. I bite my lip to keep myself from laughing out loud at the image she makes, expecting her to say more. But when, at last, she looks up, she is simply carrying a resigned expression on her face.
I'm serious.
Not my mom, Rebecca.
Maria Isabella Grace.
Hold up! You don't full name someone if you're not their mom. You don't do that. I shut my mouth after that. Although I know she's not really angry, I don't want to push it. An angry Becca isn't someone I'd like to cross paths with in my lifetime. I've seen it happen, and it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, I'll stop.
I'm killing Becca first. Yes, I get. Me too. I grumble, but she doesn't seem to care much, only giving me a small, acknowledged nod.
Good. Look, if you need anything, tell me and I'll help in any way I can.
Back off, Becca!
You don't have to do this alone.
That's...
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I don't want it! I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever! It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small, petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. Sister? No. She does not feel like a sister. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca's movements, when she takes a quick glance at something behind me, snaps me out of my thoughts.
Enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute.
One of the most emotionally unstable character in video games? Yep. But a chocolate chip cookie is not even good? I think there's a bunch of chemicals in it or something. Ugh. That sucks.
We can catch up later.
Our relationship changed. Minus. Oh, it went down. She likes us less now.
Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
You bet!
I don't want to. With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick history book. She's probably working on next week's lesson plan. Or trying, at least. Her eyes are distant and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. Ah, this is precisely why I followed her here. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying about other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me.
She sounded, right there, that sentence, how she said that, she sounded like someone's 60-year-old grandmother who lives next door. Right? She was yelling at us for us not taking her money, and now she wants us to treat her to lunch? Piss off, Becca. Who's Twiggie gonna kill first? We'll see. I mean, Becca is a very likely contender.
I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
I level her with a flat look. She has had a cold for a couple of days now. Something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
I don't think I will. Loose hair but not in tugs. I don't know what to tell you, Mikey. I don't know what to say. I don't know what I can do to defend that. She can take the bus, I know. I'm not driving her. She offers me a reassuring smile and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she has decided on something. Defeated, I reach inside my bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. She looks at it warily when I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is the one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Oh, piss off!
Rebecca!
I hate her!
Okay, okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Can I slap her? Is there an option to slap in face? No? We have another character that I find more annoying than Becca? Wow. Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation and my short visit. With a small wave, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. It's October. That's a date. This is so cringy. It's gonna get better, I think. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the drivers directions. Apparently, everyone in Luxborn City knows of it, including every bit of rumor surrounding the place. In fact, just the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted there, and it only boosted my belief that there is something more to the house. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up in the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window once the buildings shrink in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life has ways of messing up things like that. Halfway through the reading of the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ears and shoulders. I'll be sending you a very angry letter for wasted time? Wow. I am deeply offended. Oh yeah, there are the same birds. Busy birds. Let's see. Shop names are a bit lazy. I like the Sleepy Sheep Inn. Yeah, that one's cool. Probably just Rose again anyway.
Rose?
Ash?
Guess again.
That voice.
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
Oh no, we see the romance option?
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah,
I hope not.
he even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool, I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know.
You got paused after you became the Pokemon Master, right? You changed, man. Here's douchebag number 2. I can tell just by his hair.
It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde Mansion?
You
Yes.
know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles, and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing it. This is Mint all over again? How dare
I'll see you
you
later. Drop me a call when you're done.
bring
I'll
Mint
see if I
into
can pick
this?
you up.
Whatever. Bye.
How dare you? Stupid asshole. I like it. I will be taking that. He's the asshole. The Ermengarde Mansion? Yes. Yep. Gonna get a haircut like that too. You do whatever you want, Joey. I'm not gonna stop you. I will judge you, but I'm not gonna stop you. You dare? How dare? Mint is my latest love interest in my time at Portia. And everyone thinks he's gonna be this asshole, and I'm gonna prove them wrong. I'll show him who's tough. We got a journal upgrade. Timeline. Okay, so this is a timeline. Before going to the Ermengarde mansion, Isabella Santos dropped by Saint Goretti High School to check on Rebecca Gales. The former reminded the latter to take her flu medicine before leaving. On the way to the mansion, Isabella blah blah blah. It takes a few more minutes before I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside, yet despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent, and only the rustling of leaves can be heard across the occasional breeze passes. While Anslem Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps out of fear, the horror of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow, it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place looks at night.
Are you planning to go inside that place, Missy?
The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer was a non-committal hum. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and promptly hand him the fare with an apologetic look. I expected him to leave as soon as I paid, but there's a hesitant expression on him, as if something hasn't been said yet.
Is there something wrong?
I never judge you, Joey. What are you talking about? I never judge anyone. Don't question the game logic. Exactly.
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it.
Yep.
No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
Oh, Isabella. Oh, Isabella.
You never know.
He drives off after, but what he said has left a foreboding feeling in my gut. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I approach the house. After hearing enough about the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing out is completely out of the question. It's not like I have a choice anyway. If I want to get that bonus and commission one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it. However, while my own copy of the keys dangle uselessly in my hand. Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's weird. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. Hopefully there will be no more birds indoors, Skibbles. I can't make any promises, but hopefully. Entering, what greets me inside leaves me gaping. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny, and crevice, and make it spick and span. All for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern-day lords and ladies. It's so quiet. There's not a single sound right now. It's not a single sound, and that's really, really eerie. I'm not sure I like it. Not sure I like it at all. It's... Come on. Is there a delay? Alright, but I don't know why it didn't play, Joey. But thank you for providing sounds, at least. It'd be great if the birds turned out to actually be important. Oof. That would be funny. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. As though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some things in this world are better left alone, never to be disturbed ever again.
Rose?
Oh, echo. Why do rich people like to hang big-ass portraits of themselves? I have no clue. I never understand people who hang portraits of themselves anywhere. I don't get people who have self-portraits or selfies as their, like, phone background either. I call out.
Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
The echo is quite nice. It's well, I I don't know. I think it adds to the atmosphere. I like that some parts of it is voice acted. My voice echoes softly throughout the hallways. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly, I reach for my phone and dial her number. But
the number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check.
You have a full cardboard cutout of yourself? Can I have one, Bufu? Because I would totally have that. I know, Joey, right? Rose is gonna scare you? That would be typical Rose. Stupid Rose. Actively avoid photos of myself. I mostly do that nowadays as well. Yes, Bufu, of you. I want it, like, in the corner of my living room. It would be great. Actually, it's never been a Rose. Ooh, what a plot twist that would be. I want a Danny DeVito cardboard cutout. You can probably get that somewhere on the internet, don't you think? What do you mean, has not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal or something. Hi, Limey, good evening. Giant painting of yourself just screams psychopath. Yeah. Oh my god, there we go. Joey, get on it. It's of course it's a thing. Of course it's a thing. Maybe you typed her number wrong? I mean, it depends. How often do you type someone's number nowadays? I dial her number again, hoping the call will connect this time.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
But to no avail. Oh boy. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose! This isn't funny! You know this place gives me the creeps.
No answer. This isn't gonna work. The place is big, she could be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Taking a couple of steps forward, I notice something move above the grand staircase. You don't know your own number? That is weird to me. I know my own number. I know my parents' number. I think those are the only ones I know. But the thing is, I know my own number because I give it to people. Like, I type it for registration things or for, like, government things and stuff. Also, I had the same number since I was 9 and got my first phone. So, I mean, it's a number that's been ingrained in my mind. I'll probably remember it forever. The times where I actually used to remember a few numbers, yeah. I used to remember my parents' number, our own home number, my closest friends, like my long-distance friends, and everyone. Had the same number for like 6 years and I know it by heart. Yeah, I mean, some numbers, oh shit. Some numbers you just remember. Like, I still remember the phone number of my former best friend who I haven't talked to in like 6 or 7 years. I remember his number. I'm never gonna forget that. And I remember Neko's number still. I never call or text him. My number is literally my birthday.
Hello, friend.
Can I be your new best friend? Kappa.
Fufu! Of course, that's why I want a life-size cardboard cutout of you in my living room. Why else? Thank you so much for the resub, Bufu. 4 months already. That is a long time. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. Neka's number is extremely easy to remember. It is. Probably why I remember it. People put their phone number in my phone because I don't want to touch their phones. Yeah, people's phones are disgusting. They are... You don't think about it, but they really are. Really disgusting.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you?
Something moved above the staircase, and we don't know what it was.
Not funny! I'm leaving you if you don't come out! Not coming out, huh? Fine, I'm going.
She's not gonna leave, is she? Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. That scared me! That she pulled up the phone! My god, give me a warning or something before you do that. That's why I don't use my phone in the bathroom. That's a good idea. That's probably something I shouldn't do either. Also, another reason not to use your phone in the bathroom. Bathroom tiles are hard and will crack your screen. My dad literally have 4 8s in a row. If you have like 4 of the same digit in a row, that's a number that's actually worth quite a lot here. I used to work for a phone company, and people pay a lot of money for like 4 consecutive numbers. This is gonna be fun. I'm scared. It takes to say I'll try to contact her number again right before it. That it appeared at the exact same time. It appeared at the exact same time. That was not a warning. I have never cracked a phone screen before in my entire life either. And then once, once it falls on the fucking bathroom tiles. I have insurance on it, so it's gonna be really cheap to fix. And I had a case on it too. The case broke along with it. Thank you for the host, No Time. I hope you're doing well. It is Simon. It is. So I have ordered a new case, and I have insurance on it. So I just have to bother going by the store to get it fixed, and I just haven't bothered yet. I didn't even spike it to the ground. It wasn't that high of a distance. It's just that the tiles on the bathroom floor are so hard that it's. Our phone numbers are 8 digits long. So if you have 4 consecutive numbers, that's worth quite a lot. Come on, Rose, please give me something. Please, Lord? Okay. Yes, finally.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down.
What? The attic? Why?
Man, do I really need to go there? With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. She's a dick. That's worse! But why is she there? Out of all places, she just had to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room in the place. Yeah, the basement is creepier than the attic. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being here. I carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. I'm sorry, Skibbles! It branches out to the 2 major wings of the mansion, the east and west wing. There are 2 attics here, one on each side. But the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander up there by herself. There are background sounds right there. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic. Being up top is the best- wait, what? Oh, you're talking about attics, right. That makes more sense. I agree. Our old attic in my childhood home was pretty creepy, but that was because it was completely shut off and no one had been there for several years. So, you know, bugs and spiders and stuff. But basements are definitely more creepy. Basements are creepy because you can't look outside. Thought of something naughty? No. I would never. What? Only creepy to me because of spiders? Yeah. Oh, you would have hated that, our old attic. Really hated. We didn't have a basement though, so I couldn't really compare. But basements in general, definitely more creepy. Basement is completely finished, it feels like the rest of the house. If it's well maintained, and, you know, if you use it regularly for being there, it's just like any other room. Normally long stairs leading to the basement, yeah. Our attic room is the nicest room of the house. Nice. Your TV and PC are in the basement. Yeah, so you're there. It's not just like this blocked up room with darkness. Unlike the grand staircase, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with a thick coating of dust that kicks up into the air with every step. Didn't they say that they had cleaned every single crook and corner of this house? Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. With how old this place is, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why they didn't bother to add one here when they renovated escapes me. Jeez, they did it with the rest of the house. A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. It looks exactly as it did since the last time I've been here. Full of dust, worn out, and faded by time. Odd. I thought they cleaned everything. I thought they cleaned everything too! There are plenty of spiderwebs here, and dust and everything! Did the crew miss this room? Ugh, cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience of this estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here. Is this a prank? Or maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got to her. Oh, shut up, Rain. You're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? The worst part is, I know what's coming up! I was prepared for that, and it still scared me! She's thinking like me when I'm home alone. Oh no! Oh, hi Cole! I'm okay too, I promise. Oh. Thank you, G. What the hell was that? That's it, I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. We must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from the very start. But nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish, backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time, no. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Briar Realty can find another agent who is more fucking realistic to tour people around in this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at this gloomy old room. Is there any choice in this game? It's some choices. We've had one dialogue choice, and I know there's one choice coming up. I don't know how much they affect the story. It seems to affect, like, relationships between people. Yeah, exactly like Skibble said. But it's mostly just a visual novel, I think. Spoilers that there's a choice coming up? I'm sorry. Just to check. I don't want to... Ah!
Huh? What's this?
Hasn't been on since I started watching. We also haven't made that much progress, because we've been just standing still and talking instead. My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss this when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. It looks like...
A letter?
The letter?! I've seen parts of the first episode, Sayama. Parts of it, and it's a long time ago, so I don't really remember much. I remember this upcoming part. When we're talking that horrible woman. That stupid horrible Becca. Dumb Becca. There's a letter. Lying on the ground just a couple of inches away from my feet. It's a disadvantage of playing visual novels along a very chatty community. Yeah. It's a very, very chatty community. Which is not a bad thing. It's just that it takes a while to progress in these games. You remember the best parts? Oh no. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Strange. How far up is she actually going to put that? If we just stand here without progressing... Oh, she ended right there. Okay. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been there before. Someone must have left it in my room since then. In my room? In this room? I hope this isn't my room. God, that would be terrifying. Did Rose leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? I couldn't have missed her though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. But with great care, I open it, and what I read shakes me to my very core. I should have like a voice-changing command for that. Who's that behind me? There's nothing behind me. Shut up. There's nothing. There's a green screen behind me. No one can be behind here. There's nothing. Don't be like that. You play this and we take a shot every time. Birds, we would all be wasted. We would be so wasted. Help me! Help me!
What?
Do you recognize that sound? I'm sorry. That was one of my scare alert sounds. There's a spider there for like 7 months now. There's nothing behind me! Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. Like a Twiggie crossover. How did they know? Nothing but the words "help me" fill the page. All of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. There's a green screen behind me. I know! Creepy. Really impressive how someone has written this completely identical over and over. Maybe they have written it like 5,000 times, and so they just mastered the art of writing "help me." Is the one who wrote the letter in the classroom during lesson? We don't know. We don't know who wrote this. Or blood. I gulp. The same phrase just goes over and over until... I don't want to progress. Can we just end it right here? All work and no play makes Johnny a dusty boy. True. On the ceiling? There's nothing on the ceiling. Send this to 5 people. Or else.
Send this to 5 people or else. Or else what? Or else what?
Stop shouting! As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. It is a chain letter, yeah. But there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. Jump out a window. The problem is the fact that this game uses that sound as a scare alert. I'm so desensitized to that exact sound. Put on some skin, you indecent rude person. I know, right? A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds with skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Hi, Frogleg! Blood-soaked feet, it is a good band name. We have to look, right? We have to look. That's like the one thing, whenever you're in a situation where you need to be brave. Because if we just close our eyes and pray, then that thing can just kill us without us looking. We have to look. I need to face it. Story updated with a butterfly? Whoever, whatever these feet belong to, I need to face it. And if I'm going to die, if they're gonna kill me, at least I'll know what my killer looks like. A cold comfort. So with a deep breath, I summon every ounce of courage I have left in me and shift my gaze upwards.
Please, don't hurt me.
This is a super creepy visual. No! Don't start laughing! Without thinking, I scramble towards the door. I struggle to open it, but it won't budge.
Stay away! Go away! Please, Lord! Make it go away!
Can we do anything? Why now? Why won't it open? My heart sinks as reality dawns in. I'm locked in. Locked in with that thing.
Let me out! Let me out! Lord, please!
It slowly approaches me as I wrench the doorknob violently back and forth. Ho! 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 Ah! Sorry. I forgot that there are QuickTime events. I forgot that there are QuickTime events in this game. I was totally unprepared. I was so unprepared for that. Oh, the door finally swings open and I couldn't have been happier. Wasting no time, I leap out of the door and don't look back. My feet pound against the floor in rhythm with the loud, fast beating of my heart. By the time I run past the hallway and find myself atop the grand staircase, my chest feels so tight like it's going to burst. That's nothing compared to the feeling of hope the sight of the exit gives me. Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me and my shoe slips and I find myself falling until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. My head goes fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious. Oh no! Hey, if I panic, I can do any QuickTime event ever.
Go away.
The last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness. Did we die? Holy shit, it's so loud! Oh my god, I clicked something to turn the sound down a little bit and it completely... Did we miss out on the... Did we miss out on the intro cutscene song? Oh no, I'm so disappointed. Oh no, can we watch it again? Oh no! Is there a retry button? Load. Oh no! We haven't saved! I am so sorry! Do you know what happens if you don't look at it? I have no idea. I have no clue what happens if we don't look at it. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. We're gonna do a thing. We're gonna do a thing here. Hang on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Stutter and skip through the dialogue. I have another idea. This. I got this. I got this. Yep, we're watching it on YouTube.
Write off your loss, send letters goodbye. I won't forget you.
Stupid Becca.
Life fades away as I wither in this world filled with regret. Hold my hand tenderly. Please don't leave me be. In these bloody halls where we shed our tears, the darkness reigns, our memories alone remain. I reach
Whoa.
beyond the curtain black. I'm in too deep, so this letter I write. I want to be free, together by your side. Spend eternity in this lonely place we call home.
So these are all the characters. Well, I think we might be dead. There's a slight chance that we might be dead. I'm not sure. Unconfirmed. Alright. The sassy poses, right? I mean, it's anime, so of course they're sassy. That has brought my expectations very, very high. So, I'm ready for drama. I am ready for scares. And I am ready to hate Becca even more. Sorry, I don't know where my dog went. Right, I'm gonna take a short break though before we continue. I need more water, and then we'll get back into it. Yes, I also need to find him. I don't know where he is. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Alright, I am ready. There is a there's a 5-minute cooldown on gambling because it was incredibly spammy. Incredibly spammy to begin with. Not blaming anyone, of course. I'm just saying. A buzz breaks the silence. Oh no, the mouse pointer is off sync. We can live with an off sync mouse pointer in this game, right? I don't think mouse precision is gonna be a big thing in this game. I did find Link. He was in the window. He has his bed in the window, and for some reason he managed to close the curtain behind him so it looked like he hadn't been there. Oh shit, 100 hours, Irons. That's a lot of hours. Good lord. If you were to blame anybody, who would it be hypothetically? Joey. I'm kidding, Joey. I'm kidding. It was everyone. Everyone. Sneaky doggo. I know. I know. I start to rouse, pulled into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. I just want to sleep, but the insistent buzzing, poking, and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but that doesn't make me more eager to wake up. Isabella? I muted the game to watch the video. That's why there's no sound, because we watched a YouTube video and I muted the game. I know exactly what I'm doing, guys. I have everything under control. I swat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. Come on. Can't I just get a few extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. A hand lightly taps my cheek, and something cold is suddenly being pressed at the back of my head. The icy sensation slowly spreads throughout the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling. I am a professional streamer, thank you for acknowledging it. Joey, I immediately said that I didn't mean it. You're not the reason there's a cooldown. It was a general team effort. Plus, it was just... You know I can't have gambling without a cooldown. Is that Becca?
Isabella? Isabella? Stop. Can you hear me?
Is that Becca?
Isabella?
The fog immediately lifts from my mind at the moment I recognize the voice and my eyes snap open. It's Rose. Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose's posture just screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face. Or trying to, at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds, until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. She hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it where I suspect a small bump has already formed and the light ache of the area indicates anything.
Alright, Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde mansion. Why?
So we survived, but there's gotta be something. What's going on with the fashion in this universe? Are you saying that there's anything wrong with the fashion of these people? Is that what you're trying to say? They do both look terrified, yeah. Which is sweet, they're worried about us. Yes, Rose with the green hair is the one that we have been looking for in the mansion. So we know her, we don't know who the black-haired girl is.
Ow, my head.
And the date today?
I don't know.
October 21st? Rose.
We'll see you later, Joey.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12, no. That's wrong.
That's not a good sign.
Why are we doing this?
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
This time, I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her. What with the way she towers over us? And here I thought Rose is already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? She doesn't look like a cleaning crew. She looks way too fancy for that. 12 teen is a little... Yeah, reverse alphabet thing is... Screw that. I can do it with time. With a lot of time, I can do it. But it's a struggle. Thank you so much for that, host, Anne Morrison. I really appreciate it. Oh, Mr. likes tall girls. Alright, good to know. Good evening, Hahula. How are you doing? Can we pretty ladies and boobies? Yeah. Yep. That's what we're doing. Can do it if you give me 2 hours. The thing is, when I tried doing the alphabet backwards a couple of times just for the heck of it. And what I do is I sing the alphabet song and then I do like 2 or 3 letters at the time. That's the only way I can do it. But with how primely dressed she is, I don't think anyone would want to clean in a suit, an expensive suit at that. The gloves alone was the cost of fortune. Hi Galsa, good to see you. How are you doing? Right? It's impossible to do it any other way. I don't understand people who can do it quickly. Surely they memorize the alphabet the other way, right? Even the normal way? Me too, Skibbles. Me too. Her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing a sharp gaze at me. Yeah, there's no E in the Twiggie love emote. The thing is, when you're affiliated, you get a prefix that's based on the first 6 letters of your username, and you can't change that until you get partnered. I'm good, Galsa. How are you? It's so good to see you. How are you doing? I just sing the damn song every time if you ask me to pick a series of letters out of the middle. Me too. Me too. Yeah. I have a few points in this song that I can sort of start from. But that's it. You're freezing? How cold is it? I'm sorry. Aww. Lee Towers, well done. Tonight's gonna be real cold. It wasn't that cold here today. It was actually, in the sun when I woke up, it was like 6 degrees, which is crazy. It's gonna rain all week though. Yeah. Yeah. I can't help but fold my arm protectively over myself as she does so. She may be far from a cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor during evaluation.
Just do it, please.
I eye them both warily, but recite everything as she has asked. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance. Are you alright?
Exasperation soon replaces a dull ache. 50 degrees warmer than it was 3 days ago. That's insane. That's such a crazy, crazy difference. Black-haired one looks like she's judging us with those eyes. Yeah, she's annoyed. She's not worried, she's annoyed. I would never be asked to say the alphabet in reverse order to tell if I'm drunk. I'll just hold my hands out and say, cuff me. Oh.
Hello, friend.
Galsa, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Cole. That is very kind. Thank you. It's very, very much appreciated. The way they hold their arms straight down annoys me. Yeah, I never have my arms just straight down. I usually keep them in my pockets. I need clothing in my pocket. Clothing with pockets, yeah. 7C, aww. That is pretty cold. Twiggie's just trying to make Rose feel guilty? No! Why would I ever? I don't want to make her feel guilty. Thank you, Joey. I mean, if I could put clothing in my pockets, I would be happy because that would mean I would have very big pockets.
Oh my god! We're having a fire sale! Oh, the burning! It burns me! Evacuate all the school children! Ah! Oh, May! This isn't a fever scene, Greg! Can't even see where the knob is!
Galsa, thank you so much for gifting another 2 subs. I really, really appreciate that. You missed the fire sale? Oh, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. As I worked the other day, I had a pair of socks in my pocket. Then I looked down on my shoes and no socks? How do you... How does that happen? Isn't cross arms a sign of disagreeing or not trusting the person you're towards? Yes, it can be, for sure. Yep. Sometimes when I'm talking to people, I just instinctively cross my arms and I'll just sit there like that, and then I have to, I'm manually aware of it, and I do something else with my arms because I know how that comes across, and I don't intend to come across that way, so I have to just...
And Galsa, you may have joined 90 minutes late, but you only missed 10 minutes of game.
What? What are you trying to imply? I don't understand. Thank you for the bits. Oh. Took my socks with me in my pocket and forgot to put them on. But how do you put on your shoes without putting on your socks first? That's what I don't understand. It's crazy. Crazy. The memory's a little fuzzy, but the attic? Still the tutorial? Hey! 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 No? No? I don't know. Has there even been a tutorial? We're past the intro music. Intro. Oh my god. The intro, Galsa, was amazing. We should replay the intro for Galsa. Should we? Assumes aggressive stance when talking to people. Not on purpose. It's... It's not on purpose. I wear shoes without socks all the time? How? It's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. It's really... I don't get that. Build-up was pretty long at the start. Yeah, I have this sinking feeling that the build-up probably could have been a little shorter. Like to report to me being too engaging streamer. Yeah, I should just stop talking to people. That's my weakness. That's my weakness. I apologize for talking to you guys. I do. I don't really apologize. You're gonna have to deal with it. Link is doing very well, Galsa. He visited Molly and the rest of her family today, so he's tired. He's so knocked out. Asleep. He's gonna sleep until tomorrow. So he's very good. How dare you engage us on a personal level? I know, right? Super rude of me. So rude. They're a horrible streamer communicating with their viewers. Yeah, I don't deserve any of these viewers. How dare I? See you, viewers. The hyperlink, it works. It's just that the sound is very low and it's just like this tiny beep. So you can't really hear it that well, but I promise it is there. Sure, there's a game. We also need to talk about the weather, right? Alright, the attic.
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client?
Not really.
That's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute...
No, not any of those. They're... I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
Both Rose and the lady look at me like I've just grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose quickly casts an apologetic smile at the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile. The same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients. Or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gives when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. She takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezes it, and with as much patience as she can muster.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
Yeah, she seems way too calm. I would be freaked out if this happened to me. One case where I got annoyed by screaming talking too much for the chat. She was talking on top of the game dialogue. Right. Yeah, I think there's a big difference between talking a lot to chat and always talking over like dialogue and cutscenes. And that can be one of the struggles with streaming a dialogue-heavy game. And that's something that I noticed a lot when I was playing Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, because that has basically constant talking. and it's impossible to talk without talking over any dialogue. And I could feel that while I was streaming it, that I shouldn't be talking, I should be listening and paying attention, but it never stops. So was that hair bounce? There's a lot of weird physics in this game. There's a lot of weird physics. Not just hair, but other stuff too. So bad with games for the past 2 months, been gifted and haven't even launched it once. But you've had so much to do. You're like changing everything in your life. Of course you have less time to play games. Of course. I hope that you do get some time to just chill out and play some games and come back to us full time. Kidding, you don't have to come back to us full time, but we miss you, and it's always a pleasure when you are able to stop by, Galsa. Good to know that you talk too much and that you feel it. Some streamers just seem like they play something and don't really care. Yeah. Yeah, there's a there's a very, very, very big difference in how streamers interact with people and just how much they talk in general. And it's something that is it's important to me because I know what kind of streams I like to watch, and I try to be that kind of streamer that I would enjoy watching, you know? I'm not a fan of watching streams that are just completely dead silence, no commentary, and just playing the game. That's not what I like, so that's what I try not to be. Glad to hear that, Galsa. Also, the streamers just sit and stare at their monitor all the time. Ugh. Yep. Don't drag speedrunners into this? Hey. No? I'm not dragging anyone into this. Eating grilled cheese? Nice. Ah, I would love a grilled cheese. Why stream if we're not gonna talk about the chat or the game? Right? It's like, what's the point? Some people are also commenting on the chat while getting a world record. Yeah, that is incredibly fascinating and impressive. It's so cool. Not playing a game, we have to be super focused. There's dead silence, yeah. You can tell very, very quickly. You can tell. Hi, Kevlad! Good to see you! How are you doing? Watch speedrunners, not for their talking, but for the gameplay. Yeah, it's two different kinds of streams, really. You always have two kinds of streamers. You have the kind of streamer that you watch for their skills and for how they play the game, and then you have streamers that you watch for the streamer. Watch Twiggie for epic gameplay as well. I would assume that much, because we all know that this is where you find top-tier gameplay. Top of the line, every time, no matter what game, obviously. I'm glad to hear that, Kev.
Hello, friend.
Thank you so much, Galsa, for gifting a sub to Kevlad as well. That is very kind. Very, very generous. Thank you so much. Were there no badges? Oh, I still see the badges. Just Twitch things, I guess. It's a balance with that one too. Yeah, it is. And it's a balance that is, it's very hard. It's very difficult. And it's difficult for everyone. It's difficult for everyone.
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry.
I have been very good, Kev. Thank you for asking. It's very good to see you. I hope you are doing well. As well. A lot of wells in my talking right now. I don't know why.
I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's whoever it is. And I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down.
I might speak for everybody when I say that you strike exactly the right balance. Whatever you are doing it right.
Skipples, thank you. Thank you for the bits, and thank you so much for saying that. That is very, very kind. I'm not gonna get mushy. I swear I'm not gonna get mushy, but I appreciate you saying that a lot. It is a difficult balance, and it's you know, I think I speak for most streamers out there when I say that it's something that we have a lot of doubts about. So it means a lot that you say that. Surpassing the machine learning AI. A nice chilled weekend. I like chilled weekends. That's always nice. Only mushy I like is mushy peas. I'm not a huge fan of peas in general. But mushy peas can be good if you make them correctly. I've had mushy peas that have been just disgusting. Aw, thank you, Galsa, too. You guys are very, very kind. Can't take anything your text-to-speech bot says because of that voice. She never says jokes in here. Our text-to-speech lady is strictly serious business. I promise. You're watching this one stream of these two women judging us, but nothing going on for 25 minutes. Wow. You're right. And that is weird and incredible. And maybe we should play the game a little bit. No jokes? There are no refunds on bids. I'm sorry. They don't too spoiled with Tug's text-to-speech. Yeah, he has that Russian guy. Russian? Australian guy. Where did Russia come from? You talked about Russia. That must have entered my brain in some way. I don't know why.
Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open.
Oh no! Just change to just chatting. I probably should. I keep thinking that I should make this this scene where it's mainly like talking stuff and then the game just like small in one corner. But I never do. I'll never be bothered to do that.
We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
Oh, Galsa, I loved Prisoners. I thought it was really, really, really good. I really liked it.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale just because of a minor bump in the head. An extremely minor bump. I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house. Alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also the part where I might lose that bonus BRC promise, but that's completely beside the point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase railing to steady myself, but otherwise I feel fine!
See? I'm A-okay.
She's gonna fall. The two of them exchange a worried glance and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lip in anticipation. If she says no...
Alright, you in.
Okay. This is gonna lose all tension from the dialogue. It kind of does. I kind of don't mind it because it feels like there's a lot of build-up between each scare instead of just being scary. And also, this dialogue is probably not supposed to take more than like 5 minutes. Let's be real here. Minor bump and a freaking zombie mutant lady. I would be way more worried about the zombie mutant lady. A smile threatens to slip out of me.
If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
Aw, Simon, it is Sunday. It is the weekend. I am sorry for bringing that on you. What day did you think it was? I would want to leave the mansion ASAP instead of chatting with them here. Yes. That bonus is all she's thinking about. She wants that bonus. Is this Doki Doki 2? Noki Doki? It kind of is. It's a, no, it's not really the same. There's a zombie mutant lady thing with a chain letter thing. It's weird is what it is.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the wall of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is. But not in a scary, negative way. Far from it, actually. Their demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would probably have wished to be like her. At our lack of responses, she coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in a question. Words get caught in my throat at sight of it, and Rose, as usual, is swift to catch my blunders.
My sincerest apologies, Mrs.
Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
I'm so confused about where in the world we are, based on everyone's accent. She's gonna mess up my brain again? I don't think so. We don't know yet. Enjoy the game, Joey. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Have a great evening. Hi, Pureblood. She's not actually coughing the name. She does. Ooh. Rose Designs. The words interior designer catch my eyes before my partner flips it over. Oh, probably someone interested in the mansion for its 17th century influences then. I won't hold it against her though. Despite the hearsay and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing? After all, with what it offers, this place could also be a haven for people looking to live somewhere with a classic, historic charm.
Miss McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough.
I'm torn and interested in what happens in this game. There's also only 4 hours left in the Anthem demo, and I haven't played it yet. I mean, there's always the VOD, right? There's always the VOD if you're interested, or you can play it yourself. If you're interested in Anthem, I wouldn't blame you for wanting to play the demo. Aw, mister. It's sweet. So, yesterday, someone said that I could narrate a children's show with that voice. Which I'm not really sure how to feel about. Wanna play this myself? Well, then there's always the VOD.
In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please.
It's wholesome. Well, I'm glad to hear it.
There's no need for it though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I return it with an equally perplexed look. And, against my better judgment, I blurt out the first question that comes to mind.
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
I should have kept my mouth shut. A flash of irritation crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under a mask of professional detachment. Thank you so much for following, Parasitic. I really appreciate that.
Yes. Hannah Wright? I was hired by her to handle the interior design for their newly bought home.
Who is Hannah? Do we know a Hannah? We do. Blondie. Ooh. Jacket on her shoulders, just make a cape and go full on with it. I like that look, honestly. I think she looks badass.
This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
It is, but...
But... She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. There are choices! We'll check with our supervisors. That improved our relationship with her. Ooh. Those few moments have given me enough time to clear my head of any nervousness or confusion clouding it.
It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinch when she turns her gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the business.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods, seemingly in deep thought after I finished. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway. Given the proper explanation, she surely
I
understands.
thought something looked odd when I arrived here. Excuse me, I think I need to make a call to my secretary.
She looks exactly the same age, but she's supposed to be older? I don't even know. We're supposed to be 26. That's all I know. We're supposed to be 26. Nodded with her whole body. She did. She's that kind of person. Anime girls all have the same age. That's true. That's very true. Good night, Galsa. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you sleep well. Call her Miss and Ma'am. I assume she's older. We don't really get any information about it. Profiles. No, we don't have anything about them.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. That seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I also don't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, and I can't help but swell with pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number of our Luxborn office and check, even if she didn't ask for it. Sounds like an older person's voice. Maybe. I'm glad you like the command, Galsa. I will be very frustrated if, for some reason, something has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level of unfair. We've been working hard on this. Moments later, Miss McCullough, I'm not doing the correct pronunciation, I can't do that. She returns, looking a little frustrated, but with an apology clear in her face. I feel a little sorry for her having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
McAuliffe? Yeah. I'm not saying that either, mister.
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive. And, Isabella, I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me?
Sure! Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch before tossing me a set of keys.
And hurry!
She's not wearing a wristwatch!
Double-check those papers.
She's not wearing a wristwatch. Why did they tell... McGonagall? I like that.
Okay, got it.
The two of them disappeared behind the parlor's door. Their departure brings with it a stillness to keep me company, neither welcoming or comforting. Alone, like this, it's impossible to not think of what really happened. I wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any call from me. Was it just paranoia? A temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Probably. I want to think of it as such. Better to think of it as such so I can work in peace. Except a small part of my mind begs to differ, and if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have just handed me dig into my palms, its jagged edges creating a shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I'm clutching it. It's a reminder of what I still need to do and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer closer to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose has asked for me. Just a few more hours, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money. Just to be clear, I haven't seen anything after the intro screen song thing, so I don't know anything what's gonna happen. Every scare is just gonna be new to me. And this is very Doki Doki music. Skeptical about the paintings? Yeah, me too. A flock of people have already gathered in a mansion's front yard by the time we officially open the doors. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed standing in their presence. No. It's gonna be fine! This is not Doki Doki! Men and women of wealth and status, all dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors, compose the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver and gold, glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. I really hope there aren't magpies living nearby, like in the stories. Those birds will have a field day in this. They are murmuring among themselves, looking at the estate's facade appraisingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. But most of it stops and Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around, but what can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Rate this artistic description. They have 4,000 word essays or something you can describe in 10 words. Yeah. Yep. You might have lost the last heist, Bifu. I think you have a 50% chance of winning. I think that's the percentage. Hearing this, a few wander to me. They are mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Miss McAuliffe also joins our group, but what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair as she approaches.
It's so nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
Wish the birds would at least go left to right once.
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh my god, I hate his voice! Holy shit, that's bad.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
I hate him. I might have seen their faces somewhere before. Some magazine or the television? I can't quite remember. But then again, most of our guests likely have ended up on the news one way or another. I won't be surprised if these two already have. For people who are popular though, they aren't dressed quite as loudly as the others, and in their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman, in particular, is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people in my group, especially the men wandering eyes. The guys standing beside her don't seem to mind though. If I'm going to be a little bolder with my assumption, I'd say she's basking in the attention. Both of them, in fact. I think they're brother and sister if it wasn't for their public display of affection. The matching rings on their fingers just cement the fact that they are indeed a couple. Why are we able to inspect the inside of their ring? That's weird. It's really weird. Whatever. Couple or not, what's important is that we get this deal closed before the current owners can ever think of canceling the listing. I just hope one of the people in my or Rose's group is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. And so, with papers in hand, I lead the way. When they aren't whispering among themselves or going ooh or ah over one thing or another, they ask questions. From how the restoration process went to the history of this place, I answer them all, more than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture mostly. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about the urban legend. Not a good material for sales talk, even if the entire population of Luxport knows about it.
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty.
She looks miserable. Good night, Kevlad. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Also, I don't have a leaderboard command. I will try to get that fixed. I'll ask Tug for the command or something. He'll give it.
Even the glass thing. Colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope.
Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
By the time I stop talking, her attention is already elsewhere. I would be miserable too if I was her.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
Bye, Mikey. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for that raid. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you later. Charlotte, oh my god. You're so obnoxious. I know! Can you check Hannah's age? I don't think I can. I don't think we can check anyone's age until we are playing as them. Because we can only see Isabella's age because we have her journal because we are playing as her. Ion, yeah, it's a visual novel that I've been wanting to play for a really long time.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
Well, I think it is just
too
right.
small.
Don't you think so, Marianne?
It is splendid, Mom.
Story updated.
But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything. Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
It is a horror game, yeah. The rest of the conversation gets lost in the chatter of our companions. I don't want to make any assumptions yet, but their shared interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope. Oh, please, please, please let these guys be the one. Probably would need to be a bit rich to buy this mansion. A little bit, just a tiny bit rich though. Eventually, our group reaches the kitchen. Oh, that's a gorgeous kitchen. Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effort has been put into retaining the room's classical apparel. The open hearth at the end of the room in particular looks amazing, like the ones I've only seen in fairy tale books. And mad props to the cleaning crew. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about the soot and tar staining of the bricks, and how much of a pain in the arse cleaning this will be, they still managed to pull this off. Or make it look presentable, at least.
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
Ooh. Oh no, there's a basement? Oh no. Cleaning crew dropped the ball upstairs though. Yeah, they focused all their energy on the kitchen. Never mind the rest. Scotland, you can buy an island for cheaper than one tiny bed and studio flat in London. Sounds about right. Yeah.
Oh, don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar.
Oh, I hate this guy. This is the first time the guy in grey speaks up. Mr. Luke Wright, my memory supplies from the forms they signed earlier. His sudden attentiveness catches me off guard. Since the start of the tour, only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in the place. But this time, something lights up in his eyes at the mention of the Undercroft. What's so interesting about a basement? I really don't understand rich people sometimes. Right now, he just gives me the impression of a child who has seen what he absolutely wants for Christmas. I've always found it cute whenever I see children act that way, my younger siblings especially. On a grown man, it's almost funny.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
As a big wine cellar. I wish I could slap him. There has been a couple of scares, yes.
Truly. And the room, how was it built?
The bricks that were used to build the cellar had been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room. It's a good place to keep your private collection in if you have one, sir.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps...
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
Oh, God. I skipped the cutscene opening by accident because it was really loud, so I tried to turn the volume down and it automatically skipped it. But then we watched it on YouTube, so we're fine. Slap him or don't slap him? I would slap him. Good enough for dry January. Good evening, Guinness. This isn't big enough?
If it's space you're worried about, sir, the Ermengarde mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it. We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
There's a contemplative expression on Mr. Wright's face, but he doesn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he has started to show interest, if only a little. I played Phoenix Wright on the Nintendo DS. many, many years ago, but I loved those games so much. I smiled to myself. I may not completely understand how these people's minds work, but I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer with sincere interest. Score. I can't wait to tell Rose. The rest of the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we were able to cover almost every room on the ground floor and are heading to the parlor. Funny, the first time VRC had us survey the property, I kept complaining to Rose about how big it is. Now, I can't even bring myself to care, no matter how much my feet hurt. Maybe this is just my excitement over a possible sale? When we reach the parlor, however, an odd feeling washes over me. Do you hear the whispering? About a llama stable? That would be better. That would just be objectively better. It starts off as small goosebumps on my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. Whispers! Whispers in my ear and shadows dancing, lurking in every corner of my vision. Dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn to look. A chill settles down my spine, making me feel sick, and I start to break out in a cold sweat. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group has been requesting a break anyway. If I can just...
Excuse me? Everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor. In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we prepared.
That's why there's no llama stables? What is that?
Carl!
Carl! It's not Carl's fault. He had a hunger for feet. No, hands. That only hands can satisfy. The hair of that girl in painting is fluffy. It kind of is. Weird when it changes from happy music to this. It's effective though.
If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
I let them sit while I retreat to a quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I've probably just caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling out of my lips in a silent prayer. Until a hand taps my shoulder.
Hello, you there?
I said we were taking a break. Please respect that.
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you! Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker! Anyway, Isabel, right?
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just Hana. Call me Hana.
Hana? I'm sorry. Who pronounces it Hana? The whispers are a sign of a cold? That's how I feel when I have a cold. You gosh darn paintings. It's gotta be something about the paintings.
I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plaguing me is suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Wait, ma'am, you see... But we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks like she had tasted a particularly sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem. And, just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who'll probably just fill it up with cats.
Would that be a horrible thing, really? It would keep the ghost away? Something feels off? Really?
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, ma'am Hana. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Look at her face. She's like, what is this lady talking about? Perhaps I'm still not feeling well, but really, what's wrong with cats? More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person.
Me too.
But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon.
She goes the way she's bobbing up and down? Maybe.
And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us. Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves.
Oh, he's the worst.
What would the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
I try not to wince when her nails dig into my shoulder. I can't help but story updated and a butterfly. I can't help but send an imploring look at Miss McAuliffe, who only gives me an apologetic smile and shrug. I wonder what all the story. We haven't made a choice. That's why I'm confused about the story updated. We haven't made a choice. So what kind of story is that?
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time in taking the papers from my hand and shuffles through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is gonna be so angry at me for letting her do that.
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Isabella.
Please.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
Alright, Hannah.
It's Isabella.
Yes, that's great.
Oh my
I'd be
god!
more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and... What's this?
What's what? D-list horror prop? A look of confusion and disgust. Oh no, it's the note! Oh no, it's the note, the letter! A look of confusion and disgust appears on her face. Turning to her husband, he merely shrugs in reply.
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month.
Jesus Christ, these people. I don't know how that got in there. It was in our journal. It's here. Did we just give it to her from the journal? That would be weird.
You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled.
Even you would have been appalled.
But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
No. It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. Are the papers I handed not enough? I want to ask what I did wrong. I don't want to mess this up. With the way Ma'am Hana is leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I do interrupt her.
That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with?
Wait, we didn't say anything.
I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
I don't think we said anything. The true horror is dealing with these guys? Yup, it is.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
A smile is back on her face when she turns to me and hands me a strange piece of paper.
I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I don't hear the rest of what she says after that. I can only stare down at the paper, at the letter in my hands. The sides crinkle in my grip and my breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you alright? You're looking pale.
I didn't even notice when Rose's group joined us in the parlor. I want nothing more than to say that no, I'm not alright. I want to leave this place, because I remember everything clear as day. This letter and that woman in the attic. It's real.
The letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Careless. I've been so careless. How do I even tell them that without looking like I've gone mad? Should I even tell them? See, here's the thing. The letter says give this to 5 people, right? I'm concerned that if we show it to Rose, then Rose is gonna be the next victim. I have a feeling that's how this is gonna play out. So Hana saw the letter, so she's gonna die. Hana is gonna die. I don't want Rose to die. Just give it to 5 people. Yeah, but we don't want Rose to be one of those 5 people, do we? I don't think we do. I think we should not show her, and I think we should save it, and I think we should give it only to the people that we want to die. That's what I think. Need to get rid of the curse from ourselves? That's sure, but we don't want to kill our friend. Don't show her.
Rose,
Wait, what? Where is Rose on this list? Why did we increase our relationship with Marianne right there? All the annoying characters. Rose is pretty far down the list. Yes. The words are stuck in my throat. I want to tell her, I really do. But is she going to believe me? She already dismissed me earlier. It's a concussion, she said. It's not. There really is something in this house, in this attic, in that letter. It's going to get us. Going to go after us. Please believe me.
Is Isabelle alright?
Fuck off, Hana! Ma'am Hana's voice breaks through the haze, beginning to cloud my mind. Rose is looking down on me, worry etched in her features. I didn't even notice when she removed the wrinkled paper from my hands and pushed me down to sit on a nearby chair. No! Don't read it! From the edge of my vision, I can also make out Miss McAuliffe asking a passing food server for a glass of water. Through it all, Mr. Wright stands in the sidelines. Although curious, he appears more inclined to watch the scene and help. Why is she standing so uncomfortably close to Rose? Right? They're all as likely to believe me as Rose does. To everyone, whatever inside this house is just a hoax, a cautionary tale for children.
Isabella, do you need me to call that ambulance?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that word? Why is everyone speaking so weird? Less artistic description and more rational thinking? What? Rational thinking? That's not how we do in this game. That's not a thing. Everyone's speaking so weird. She offers me a drink, but I push it away. I need to get out of here before I cause an even bigger commotion. Clear my head and get a breath of fresh air. Anything to take my mind off things. No one is gonna believe me anyway.
No, I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me. I'll be back.
Well, bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make a quick exit. It doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused trouble, and Rose can be quite unforgiving of behavior like this. I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me.
Isabella, wait!
I don't think the main point of this game is dating them, no. It's British accent, but it's weird British accent. It's like it's someone trying to speak with a British accent.
Calling ambulance. Oh nah. Thank you, darling.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all, but thank you for the bits. Yeah, it's a fake British accent. It's like someone is trying to speak with a British accent and not really doing it. The apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face, because her expression instantly shifted to something gentler. Eyes softer, a fond smile spreading on her lips.
Hey, I'm not angry.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off before shifting her gaze down to her hands, a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless, more as an automatic response than a desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can. But I have this nagging feeling that one way or another, it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do about it.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly, and we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery. But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
Maybe just sell a different house, yeah. My mind stops.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
We do need the money. We really, really need the money, and we have already established that there's no way we are borrowing money from Becca. Yes, we're playing as Isabella. Yes.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
No, not happening.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress.
That's not my fault! Come on, Rose. Attic might be a little bit dusty. No. She is. Yeah, we went upstairs to the attic and we were met by this ghost girl who very well could have killed us, I think. And still, we're here. We're trying to sell this house as if nothing happened. Video estate agents live such dramatic lives, right?
Please, humor me just this once.
She claps her hands together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I do understand, to some extent. That doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful. Whether at myself, at the unlucky turn that the situation has taken, or for her, I really don't know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
Of course I'm upset!
Well, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
She's so offended. My god. Hi, Skip This. At the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
Yeah, Rose!
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
Wow! Oh, too far.
It's not that bad.
Too far, Rose.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere.
Wow, I am so offended.
Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked.
Wow. Wait, something's gonna happen to Rose now? I'm not so afraid of that anymore. Liking Rose a little less now,
At least
right?
wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
Okay? Fuck off. She's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass window. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderlies, gathered some way across from me, is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more money to buy. A little argument here, an occasional laughter and teasing there. I smile to myself. The conversations remind me of what I've been missing these past few months. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. It's a few hours early from what I've told him, but he did ask for a call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter, personal convictions and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. Oh, backlog? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's just a recap then of all the conversations. Okay. Whatever works. A free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose's offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple of minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, the call finally connects and...
What's up, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy.
Oh my god!
I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy.
Welcome back, Simon! We like Ash less now. What?
Shit, how loud is this thing even?
A sharp ringing fills the entire hall, disrupting the pleasant quiet that has settled. Soon enough, heads begin to turn in search of the source, mine included. My eyes dart around the small crowd before zeroing in on a lone figure crouched behind the same group of old people checking out the decors moments ago. Ugh. I don't need to see his face to know whose back it is. I'd recognize that dumb parka anywhere. Without bothering to end the call, I marched towards him. After what happened today, I'm really not in the mood to deal with this.
Of all the times to...
Hang off the fucking phone! We are still playing as Isabella. Yeah.
Ashton Frey!
What happens next is something I'll surely regret later for not having recorded.
Ah!
Oh my god! He jumps, lets out an undignified yelp, followed by his phone slipping out from his grip. It's not his hair? Is this not Ash? Has to be, right? Didn't realize it was his voice commenting. It was. It bounces from one hand to the other in his poor attempt to catch it before ultimately falling flat to the floor with a resounding clack. I kind of feel sorry for the phone. And the floor. But it's not every day that they can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. An awkward pause passes between us. A blink. A cough. He makes a face. And then, in a too-quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck and his cheeks. In another universe, where we haven't known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrences, chances are I'd find that adorable. Endearing, even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cats. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
Uh-huh.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Oh, you asshole. Oh, frozen grapes? Frozen grapes is delicious. What's his name? Yeah, the name is listed as asshole, even on the subtitles. It's fantastic.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the cannery. Suddenly, checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damage or scratches, he seems to be a little more interesting activity than explaining himself.
Ash?
I could be looking to buy a house.
A mansion?
Her face. That's how I feel about this guy.
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze, but before I can figure out what has caught his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face him.
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
Open house, just a place where everybody comes to hang out. It is better than the high school, yeah. I still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. At my confused look, he drops the hand resting on my arm like he has touched something particularly hot, and casually rubs the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all. So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
Give him the letter? I want to.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Okay. There is some history between these two, and I don't know what it is, but I hate him as much as she does.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shown in my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how often he looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person on Earth I'll ever think about telling it to if I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he's helped me, even without me asking for it. But stuff like ghosts and the supernatural? He'll never believe those, even if he hears it from a friend. Except maybe if it's Becca. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of ever being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you every single chance he'll get. We all know these kinds of people. Asshole. What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach. I can already imagine how things will go down the moment I spill a word of what I saw. Nope, over my dead body. Before it catches his attention, I shove the letter deeper into my bag.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
A rush of air greets me as soon as the main door opens. Not the usual autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background, whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. Help me. Help me. Cadence. Okay, thank you. Thank you. There's shifts at this open house? Yes. It's, I mean, have you seen the size of this mansion? Also, where's the attic? Is that the attic bedroom? There was a window. I remember a small window. It could be that. Cadence. It's just length of your stride as you walk. Okay, cool. Thank you. We spend the ride back to Luxborn City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles or it's on a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending me on my way are signs, I know there are things he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion. I kept my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
All of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
I've never liked making like big mansions in The Sims. I find that really boring. I like creating like smaller homes that people would actually live in. That's what I like to do in The Sims. The glare I send him wipes a smirk about to form cleanly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
You're not you when you're hungry, Isabella.
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
I don't even get a chance to deny it, because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly, and an empty, gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there, I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feeling is new to me, though. If anything, it's just one of the things that I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. A thanks, then I open the package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar. Apart from an acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after that small exchange. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really, no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way.
Wit knows no Vans, yeah. All of their names are not. Some of the shop names are pretty good, but... Good night, mister. Thank you for being here, for hanging out. I'm not gonna be streaming for long because I do need to get up early tomorrow, so I'm not sure how much sleep you're actually gonna get to the stream, but I appreciate it. Hope you sleep well regardless.
2, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job.
Ash is into Isabella? Yes. I like it too, Hope. I think it's cute.
Which brings us to 3. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you even know about the last one?
Wow.
Rebecca. Anyhow, you're hellbent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh that kind of screams, I'm right, I told you so. I hate it when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Provided I didn't botch it with the rights. Why, of all times, did I have to screw up like that? In front of an important customer, no less. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
No, it doesn't.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
Ash, shut up. He meant that as a joke, but how close it is to the truth made my blood run cold and my own heartbeat a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels like a whole lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
We don't want to talk about it!
Like?
Stop nagging. We're not gonna expand on it, are we? Can't expand on it. Stop checking the news. Why are you checking the news in the first place? Oh, I didn't mean to click that.
Things.
Did they do anything? Your clients, the rights, was it?
Take a hint, Ash! I can't answer that. At least not without revealing everything that took place in the attic. I don't think lying to him is gonna do anything because... No, but Skibbles, they've already explained how he is so good at reading people. And if we lie to him, he's gonna know that we're lying. I think changing the subject is gonna be hint enough that we cannot talk about this. Without having him know that we are lying.
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours.
That made our relationship better. For some reason.
That's not fair.
Okay.
Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
But lying to him is the cruelest thing we can do to him at this point. Maybe I'm not that cruel. An over-exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. Besides, it never works with him. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it or because he's just really good at his job. What is even his job? He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a glance over at me and returning it back to the road where he has to make a sharp turn. Is he a detective? Because they mentioned his detective skills. Outside, the sun has already started its ascent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue of Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash is taking the longer route. Yeah, I'm thinking the same, Hope. One way or another. Odd, but he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
That earns him a soft punch to the arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction of knowing that I find most of them funny. Bitter for 10 minutes and all. In a car movie? No. There's no traffic here. It'll only make his head bigger. Stupid Ash.
Alright. Lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
So he is a detective. He recounts what he's been doing in the time we haven't seen each other. His usual work, the occasional small investigation, and the big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time we catch each other online. Although most of it are trimmed down versions, only things he can tell, he always has to be careful about that. Of course, there's a 20-something detective in this anime game, naturally. Even in the way he spins his answers to my questions, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it much. That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice because they kept slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining, regardless. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking the same job as him. Well, nope, not really. Mama would never allow that. But the idea is still there. Along with countless others I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in this matter, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. A small crowd has already formed in front of the theater when we arrive. The Lift Fest, short for Luxborn Independent Film and Theater Festival, attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year's no different. Is this what anime looks like to the normal people? Yes. Pretty much. I've only been to a few indie film screenings with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter, but I know that for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Hakuchibi coming soon? Yeah, it's gonna be great. Especially for a newcomer like Zach. He hasn't even won an award, but just getting a confirmation letter from the festival committees wants to include his film in this year's lineup already put a grin on his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 feet, he appears to loom over most of the moviegoers, and with his large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass by. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard, once early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach!
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
He looks like Waka from Final Fantasy X. He sounds like him too. Zack's face lights up with a smile of his own. He moves towards it with careful steps, taking a significant effort to make himself smaller so as to not bump or accidentally hit anyone. If Waka had dreads, yeah. Yup. And he was a little more muscular. Typical Zack. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting
Sup,
and...
Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
Oh my god! That was the worst thing I've ever had happen in any video game ever. The awkwardness to descend within the immediate vicinity of our small group is palpable enough. Somewhere to our left, a girl giggles, and only then do I become aware of my mouth hanging open. I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. Because Ash looks more like an Ashley. Well, that's the thing. In anime, the main male love interest has to be very feminine. That's the whole thing. Hi, Glarain, good to see you. Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now. Zack seems to be.
Don't stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
I'm good, Glarain, how are you? There's fondness underneath his exasperated tone. If this was any other person, he'd likely be offended, but years of friendship and familiarity has made those words harmless to others' ears. Not true? Well, I'm generalizing. I'm sorry. Or at least enough for both to take it in stride. Pretty sick right now, can't sleep. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're feeling sick. I hope you feel better soon. I hope you get some rest, too. Considering calling racism and then the guy in the game just called it himself. Pretty good.
It's been a while, Zack.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
You really have no idea.
Beat passes, and then Zack laughs.
Hey, I'm kidding! You know you can always count on me.
It's a story only the two of them are privy to. Every now and then, Ash will enlist Zack's help on something. Becca and I never really found out what the real deal is with those adventures, as Ash calls it, and both aren't willing to tell us due to some unspoken agreement. She insists that if it's Ash, it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that. Sometimes. Ah, well, boys will be boys, I guess. Have fun, Hope. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate that. We'll see you later. I give Zack a small wave from behind Ash when his attention eventually turns to me.
Bella! Huh? Rebecca's not with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning. You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
I agree, Skibbles. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible saying.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
And it's true. They've known each other far longer than any of us in the group, childhood friends and all.
But don't worry, Zack. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie. Isabella! Oh, thank goodness!
Speak of the devil. Without warning, a hand grabs me by the shoulder and turns me around.
You're just in time.
I have to lean back a little with the way her face is almost invading my personal space. But she places her hand on either side of my head to keep me still. It's not the kind of game that throws horror in your face every 10 minutes. It's a lot of build-up, a lot of happy things, and then you only had one like really creepy moment. Why does everybody grab Isabella by the shoulder? I don't know. but it's been a thing. She stares at me intently, concern filling her eyes.
Becca, you're squishing my face.
Fuck off, Becca.
How are you? Are you all right?
Why wouldn't I be?
Did Rose call her?
Rose called me earlier.
Those 4 words tell me all I need to know. Since I don't have my family living close by and the only other relative I have here works on the far side of the country, I gave my company Becca's contact number in case of emergency. I should have known Rose would call her. I push Becca's hand away from my face. Although she lets go, her eyebrows remain drawn together.
Oh, no, everyth's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
2 of the worst characters here right now. I know! They really are. All of the actual dialogue seems to be voiced. Everything that's not voiced is, yeah, internal dialogues, thinking, and just things that are happening and not being spoken.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Beside me, Ash snickers. I bite back the urge to elbow him in place of trying to avoid Becca's hand as she tries to reach out for the set area. I do my best to dodge her, all at once moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that.
You blacked out? It's not something to brush off.
Becca, lay off!
Come on, at least let me check it.
Nope.
It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
Fucking Ash.
What? I'm just saying it as it is.
You're actively working against me here.
If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Thank you, Zach. Something crosses Becca's face, but it's gone before I can figure out what it is.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
See? I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
We can always watch it some other time.
No! This is Zach's big moment.
Sorry, Zachary.
This is his big moment.
No, it's good.
Fuck off!
But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
I shoot him a pleading look. Zach's a sensible guy. He'll understand. Please understand.
Not really. But Rebecca has a point. In the end, I think it's your call.
We're staying.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
You're not missing it. We're just moving it on a different day so we can have a...
Look, you guys.
Ash's loud sigh unexpectedly cuts through the conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks, something he usually does when he's getting impatient.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either.
I didn't expect him to be on our side.
Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
Wow! Holy shit, Becca! Lay off!
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. I wonder, yeah, it doesn't say Ashel anymore. I wonder if that's because we raised our relationship with him. Because of that one choice we did in the car. I wonder if we go down below this line, I wonder if that's when it changes to Ashel. Or if it's just situational. Right now he was being kind to us, I wonder if that's... I don't know. She releases a deep breath and nods, albeit with great reluctance. I immediately tackle her into a hug? Why?
Thanks, Becca.
Why would you hug her?
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Did you say something?
She is 100% jealous.
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
If you say so.
Okay, guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside.
Can I just point out something? His face, Zack's face, is so much more detailed than any other face. His face has shadows, it has colors, and all of the other faces are just almost, they're just one color. Like, they have put so much more work into Zack's face than anyone else's faces. They have some colors on their nose and lips, yes, but his entire face is shaded. There's extremely little shading in their faces. Zack is the best one.
Anyone here has a smaller bill?
I think I do. Hold on.
I pull myself from Brekka to get my wallet from my bag, and...
What's this?
It's already in Ash's hands before I can even react. No. Behind him, Becca and Zack are both giving the piece of paper an intrigued look. It's private.
No! Give it back!
It's just a paper.
I don't care! Give it!
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
I try to reach for it, but he holds the paper way above his head. I've never been particularly sensitive about my own height, but right now, I really wish I had that advantage over him.
Don't open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. I don't see- Hold on
Oh,
a second.
fuck. I accidentally-
This is, isn't it?
Alright, read it! I dare you.
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Okay. Now I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like that. It's...
The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Vaguely, I note how my hands are trembling at my sides. Clasping them together doesn't do anything good. They're still shaking, but I hang on to them regardless. The awful, sick weight that has taken its core in my stomach back in the open house returns full force. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone please, today's turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Ash waves the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its contents. I don't need to see it. I don't want to see. The letters, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have just thrown it away when I had the chance. That way...
It's not a prank.
It makes all of them stop. Even I am surprised with how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed. You've got to be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
You guys brought this on your own, on yourselves. I'm just saying.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
I tried to stop them and they wouldn't listen. So you guys are cursed because of your own.
It's not a joke. Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up. There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
Can I punch him? It's starting to shape up like a Scooby-Doo episode. Means you've shown it to 5 people, so we're fine now? I don't know. I don't know how it works.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Like, it follows, we could pass the curse on to something else. That would be great if it was.
Don't bother.
We have no idea how the curse works. All we know is that letter. Without another word, I snatched the letter out of Ash's hands and stuffed it back in my bag with more force than necessary. I'm tired. I got cursed, saw a ghost, and probably lost a sale, got kicked out of the open house I'm supposed to be hosting. My own friends won't believe me, and all of them think that I'm crazy. To top it all off, there's a dull ache at the back of my head begging for a little attention. I can't afford to give it right now. Honestly, there's only so much a person can take within a single day. I just want to go home, curl up in my bed, and never think about today. But before I can take a single step away from the group...
Guys!
Zach rarely ever raises his voice, even when there's a point he wants to drive home. And hearing him take on that tone completely throws me off. Even Ash and Becca. Whatever harsh words yet to come out from the argument immediately die on our tongues.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her. And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together? We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat. Please.
He has a point. Ash, for all his attempt to look cool and distant, has also been looking forward to this. He even took the time to call me this morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca, too. I'm pretty sure that's another reason why she got out of bed today. Yet, despite Zach's attempts to lighten up things, or Ash and Becca's acquiescing gestures, the tightness in my chest remains. I should have just kept it to myself, or at least went with the idea that it's a prank. If I did, things might have not turned out the way they had. No sour mood, no bad vibes. Acquiescing? Okay. I'm gonna forget that, but thanks. Careless. So careless. Now we're staying for the movie. Any other day, I'd excuse myself and go straight home. Whoa, that improved our relationship with Zach? And Ash reduced it with Becca, which is fine. I'm okay with that. This is something special to Zach, something he's worked so hard to bring to life. I should have known better. I might be having a bad day, but being with the few people that I care about far outweighs the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a tantrum alone in my room. Marianne is, she's an interior designer who was working with the people who wanted to buy the house. And what if the thing in the attic follows me home? I don't want to be left with my thoughts either. I can still see it whenever I close my eyes. And maybe if I stay, let our heads cool down first before telling them what happened, they'll listen to me. There's nothing you can't solve with a calm head. One step at a time, Isabella. That's what Mama used to tell me. Besides, I don't have the heart to ditch Zach. A smile is back on my face when I look back at them.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
This time, I really do send an elbow straight to his stomach. Good. Stupid Ash. Being vertically challenged has its perks too.
What was that for?
For being an asshole.
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
Aw, don't cry.
Stop it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too! If you repeat that, I swear I'll... Let's just go.
Without another word, Becca goes inside. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I call after her. Ash and I exchange looks at that. The same question likely swimming inside our minds. Did something happen at school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? I'll try asking her about it later, I guess.
So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food, I promise.
Good night, G. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh! Alistair, thank you so much for that host. Thank you very, very much. I hope you sleep well, G. We'll see you later. Hi everyone, welcome. I hope you had a fantastic stream, Alistair. Thank you so much for that host. That is very, very, very kind. We're playing a visual novel horror game here. It's interesting. It's interesting. The last one I played was Doki Doki Literature Club, and that was not voice acted. This at least has voice acting, which is nice. Very, very nice. It's better for my voice. So basically, we've been in this haunted house and we saw this ghost girl thing that wanted to kill us, and then we had a letter, and that letter basically said, give this to 5 people. So it's a chain letter, and we don't know how that is gonna affect us. We don't know how it works. We don't know. Things are weird.
But you'll miss it.
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember?
I want some food. Doki Doki was almost less infuriating. Almost. Almost close-ish. Letter me, daddy. Wow. Wow, skip this.
I'll be in there soon.
It works, but
There
wow.
are dozens of us. Dozens!
Thank you for following, Dev Monster. I appreciate it. Good night, Simon. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you sleep well. Remember Doki Doki getting crazy?
Hello, friend.
It took a while though.
Wait.
It was so slow to begin with. Hulak, thank you so much for the 2-month resub. That is very, very kind. I appreciate that. Thank you. You mean Twiggie talks about other stuff with the game in the background simulator? What? I think that game took us like 12 hours to beat, because it was just so slow. Ash is making a strong case for this game though. Yeah. One friendly tap on my shoulder and then he's gone. What is with these guys and touching our shoulder? It's strange and it's breaking my comfort zone. A few moviegoers are still milling about. Some are still waiting in line for tickets, but otherwise, most of the crowd are already inside. There's nothing much for us to do here now. Not a word of protest come from me when Ash gestures to the 2 of us to head inside. But it's just a shoulder? Yeah, good point. For my streams with a strong dose of Twiggie and just a splash of what the fuck game. I think this is accurate in according to those criteria.
And then?
Are you sure it wasn't one of the cleaning crews?
Oh, we're telling them what happened now.
Absolutely sure.
Okay. Somehow, halfway through the movie, the conversation steered towards what happened in the mansion. That's not a very good compliment to the movie. Poor Zach. We're watching as the premiere of his movie and we start talking about what happened in the mansion? I would be insulted. To be fair, Zach was the one who brought it up again. In his own movie's premiere! I know, right? Will they believe us or they aren't very good friends? Yeah, I agree. They have to, right? Now, the film's just serving as background noise while we're speaking in hushed tones, careful not to disturb anyone inside the small hall. Well, except for Ash, of course. I just hope we don't end up arguing about it again. We'd get kicked out for sure. Though with how loud Ash's voice is being, we'll probably get thrown out way before any argument happens. Only Becca still remains engrossed in the movie, completely ignoring us. She's been quiet the whole evening, speaking only when referred to. If I didn't know any better, I'd think we did something that offended her. Yeah, she seems seriously offended. There's a difference between not believing that they saw a ghost and not believing that they saw anyone. I think, also it depends on who said it. Yeah, I would hear them out. I wouldn't just instantly go, that's bullshit. You're only saying that because you hit your head. Depending on who it was, of course.
And then I ran. You heard what happened after.
I still think it's something else.
It was standing right in front of me, Ash.
He's one of the smartest people I know, but geez, he should learn to listen. Plus, didn't he say he doesn't believe in these things? Why is he in this conversation again?
I heard what you said, but it's a small room. There are a lot of things someone else could have done there without your knowledge. If I could see it up close, maybe I can...
Oh, are we going back?
I am not going back there.
Is he going back?
Ain't that a problem if you're hosting an open house?
Rose does the first floor tour.
He's a 20-something detective, of course he doesn't believe in the supernatural. Naturally.
I ain't sure ghosts can be restricted to one room, Bella.
We saw it in the staircase as well.
There are no ghosts, Zach. Stop putting useless ideas in her head.
See, he's just being an asshole. Sorry, asshole. That's his problem.
Yeah, but I was thinking, Maybe all the house needs is a blessing. Wasn't it left uninhabited for years?
Oh, the house did change hands over the years, from one distant relative to the Ermengardes to another. None of them bothered to live in it though, and it remained that way up until its current owners decided to sell it. Why didn't I think of that?
I didn't peg you as the religious type, Zach.
Nothing like that, Ash. Who knows, though? It might bring something positive to the place.
That's not a bad
Sure.
idea. I just don't know where I could find someone.
You're not seriously considering his suggestion, are you?
I mean, it's the only
Do you
suggestion
have a
we
better
have.
idea?
Exactly.
I know where. I could contact him for you if you want.
Okay.
You do that?
Or we can find you a psychologist instead.
There are very few times in my life when I wish my glowers could kill. This is one of those.
Ash, that is not a very appropriate thing to say right now.
I love Zack. I love Zack. Or 5 people in this movie interview. Yeah. I don't know if it would be weird if we were these people because there's all these spaces between us. I think we're on the back row.
No, wait, that's not what I meant. Ethnographer. I meant ethnographer. This guy's a psychologist too, of course, if you...
It switched to Ashhole again. I love it.
Ashton, if you don't stop...
Rebecca knows the guy I'm talking about too. She can vouch for him.
Becca tears her eyes away from the screen at the mention of her name.
Huh? What? Oh, are you talking about Professor Andrew? He used to work with my parents at the university. Can you guys keep it down?
Sorry, the scaredy cat here mentioned curses. Not that I'm saying this is one, but talking to him is a better solution for me than getting a random priest to bless an old house. He'll even help you figure things out, teach you a couple things, and probably put your fears to rest since this looks to be bothering you a lot.
Yes, Ash, and you being an asshole about it is not helping. Ash might be right too. However, what Zack suggested is something that I'm more familiar with. Granted, they don't believe me. They're only giving me these suggestions to put my mind at ease, but it's better than being ignored or laughed about. I can take comfort in knowing that they are willing to hear me out. Hi Indy, good to see you. How did your stream go? Did you finish Pony Island? Did you beat it? Did you have fun with the cute, happy pony game? You did? How did you like it? Good night, Olivia. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Sleep well. Excited not to see the last guy's soul? Really? Ooh, interesting. I saved his soul. Actually. Just gonna keep it installed. I know when Jesse Cox played it, he vouched to keep the game installed on a flash drive that he would keep with him forever, which is amazing. No, I haven't saved yet. I'll do that right now. Probably should have saved before.
So, what do you think?
It's your call. We'll go with whatever you want.
There's no autosave? Oh shit. Okay, thank you for letting me know. This next level douchery? Yes. It is.
I don't know.
Should we meet with the priest or the professor? Professor. I should take this as a sign that I should go to bed. I need to be up in 6 hours, so... do what Zack wants to do. Zack wants to meet with the priest. I'm inclined to do what Zack wants to do too, because I like Zack so much better than anyone else in this game. Screw with Ash ones, yeah. Now we'll meet with the priest.
I'll think about it. But maybe we could go with Zack's idea?
Oh, look at our friendship with Zack going up. Going up. Yeah, it's not gonna be a fun day tomorrow, but I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I just need to not play this for that much longer. Ugh. Zack won't lead us astray. No, I trust Zack. I trust Zack. 6 hours of classes with lunch in between, so 7-ish hours at school.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to try, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least we did something than just stand around.
Got a tasty burger in a while? Oh, I could go for a burger right now. Boo-foo, I need more sleep than that. I need much more sleep than that. We're going for all the same options, anyway? Interesting. So we don't get to see the other options then from watching me play this. Hi, some guy. Good evening. How are you doing? It is going to be a long day, but it's going to be fine. I can probably live with it.
I'll let you know when he's available, Bella.
Thanks, Zach. I knew I could count on you. Guys, I said keep it down. You keep insisting that we still watch it, yet you're not even paying attention yourselves.
I am with Becca on this one. I am with Becca. Pay attention to the fucking movie. Better live with it. I'll make sure you don't waste your money.
It ain't a big deal, Rebecca. I'm the one who broached the subject in the first place.
Good night, Joey. Thank you for hanging out. Sleep well. Good luck tomorrow.
It's still your film, Zachary. A good film, mind you. You worked hard on this. The least we could do is watch it with you.
And that's what you're all doing. I really appreciate all of you making time for this.
Sorry, Becca. We'll stop now.
I throw her an apologetic look, even if Ash is the one that should be doing the reprimanding. But her attention is already back on the screen. She's ignoring us again. When Becca's acting when Becca's acting this way, there's a big chance something is nagging at her. We really need to talk. We all fall in a comfortable silence after, the kind you only can share with people you are the most at ease with. For the first time today, the letter lays forgotten in my bag, if only for a few hours. You know what? I don't know how the timeline works. I don't know if... I don't know if it's gonna be like we go to bed and undiscovered journal entry. Because I don't know when is gonna be the right time to end. Yeah, if this feels like a good stopping point, I think we might stop right here. Save. Maybe we shouldn't have overwritten that save, so we could have gone back and chosen the professor as well. Too late now, I guess. Sure, there's some more weird stuff happening before we can sleep. Yeah, probably. Probably. There's gotta be something more happening. And there probably will be. So that is gonna be the end for tonight. I'll find someone to raid for you guys if I can. But I'm enjoying this game. It's fun. It's different. And I'm excited to see where it goes. Thank you for stopping by, Indy. I appreciate it. Let me just find out who's online here. Well, weekend of streams has been an interesting mix, to say it the least. Yeah, we've been playing a lot of different games, and it's been fun. It has been a lot of fun. You know what? We're gonna... I think we have someone that we can raid.
Thanks for the stream. Sleep well.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you being here. It really is very, very kind. We're gonna raid someone playing Dead by Daylight, which is a game I've never played, but I know a lot of people really, really love it. I'll be back tomorrow. This is a horror game, so we're probably gonna play it during the weekends. It's not super scary, so I'll have to see, but there are other games that we can play as well. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate all of you being here. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night and a good start to your week. Good night, everyone.